He was a newspaper columnist, a Georgia congressman, a civil rights leader, and a UN ambassador. Now he's mayor of Atlanta. Andrew Young has taken the oath of office as Atlanta's second black mayor. He stressed public safety will be an important part of his new administration, saying, "Our children must be able to enjoy our parks and schools in safety." Young also says that he would like to make Atlanta a center for export and trade.
So help me God.
I do solemnly swear and affirm, so help me God.
The city of Atlanta is in Fulton County, Georgia, and the new mayor will work with County Commission Chairman Michael Lomax.
It's much easier for an Andrew Young to come in now and be the second black mayor of the largest and most important city in the Southeast, and to be the mediator and the conciliator after Maynard. It's almost like a Napoleon go in there and fight the battles and win the wars, and then who comes in after Napoleon and serves.
Under the leadership of Mayor Andrew Young, close friend and civil rights leader, the Reverend Jesse Jackson says a new focus on international trade for Atlanta will point the city in a fundamentally new direction.
At a time when the nation is in such dire need of leadership, and it is not getting it from the White House, or from the Congress, or from the court, it is significant that Andy would take this position now. I can't help but think that his focus on trade for the cities rather than aid for the cities represents a fundamental new direction, because jobs and money come from trade.
Andrew Young says he wants more international joint ventures coming into Atlanta with third world countries. And because of his contacts through the United Nations, he is hoping to bring African nations and others of the world to Atlanta's doorstep. Again, Jesse Jackson.
I think, moreover, that Atlanta is an international city, and Andy is an international figure of prominence, and so that is a kind of perfect marriage. So often we have little men in big positions. We have a big city, we have a big mayor. From this platform, Andy can project light and give direction to lesser mayors around the country.
Atlanta is still recovering from the shock of 28 young black youths murdered and missing. During Andrew Young's inaugural address, he said Atlanta can see a beefed-up public safety policy.
Our children must be able to enjoy our parks and schools or play in their neighborhoods in safety, protected from harm by a police force which is respected and supported by the entire community. Our women must be able to walk to work, to their neighborhood centers, or downtown without being harassed or intimidated or endangered.
Blacks now are in the majority in downtown Atlanta. Most of the whites have moved out to the suburbs. Despite that, the new mayor wants equal rights to all people.
One of the changes of the past decade is that the former minority is now the majority. And with that opportunity comes a new responsibility. Those of us who know the tragedy of being ignored or taken for granted cannot in good conscience allow ourselves to forget the bitter fruit of alienation which we experienced when we were invisible men and women.
Young warned that the new black majority must not forget what it is like to be in the minority. That, he said, is the hallmark of a great international city. This is Mel Coe.